I would like to invite the son of Yuval and Dvorah Ne'eman, Teddy, to share with us some family input, please, Teddy. And I really think Yuval would have been delighted if he could be with us today.
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay. First, I would like to thank the Academy and all of you and all the persons involved for this excellent, really exciting commemoration of 100 years for Father. And as you have heard, his activities were so much that for us children, it was impossible to know everything that he did or keep track of him or have even, all I know is a small percentage of the things that he did. Of course, this did affect very much our personal lives, traveling to CERN, as we see, and Caltech, and so forth, going around the world. And of course, this mostly affected Mother, who stood beside him, as we say in Hebrew, Ezo Kenegdo, helped him in every aspect for his professional work. And regretfully, she is not here today. She passed away this year and was expecting to be here. And regretfully, she didn't make it. So I would also want to have a memory of her. For us, of course, we had a lot of exciting experiences. And I would just want to give one example of course, many, but one example to show what really interested all of us. And this was in a conference in New York, in the USA. He managed, or someone managed, that 2 physicists from the Soviet Union would be able to attend that conference. And these 2 physicists, one was a Jew, the other a non-Jew. I don't recall their names regretfully, but maybe someone knows, I would like to know. It was a once-in-a-lifetime chance for them to see the Western world. So they had a few days in New York to enjoy the free world before they go back to the Soviet Union. And this was very exciting. We had a tour of the attractions of New York, and then we went to a department store, maybe Macy's, I don't remember which, and they were so excited with what is available in the free world, what you can buy, and they bought toys for the children to bring back to the Soviet Union, and with tears in their eyes, that maybe they would never be able to come back again here. So that is part of what he later did, bringing the Soviet Union over here, and a lot of effort in getting those physicists and scientists out of Russia, out of Soviet Union, excuse me, and bring them here, make them free. Now, I think Rami Bruchstein gave a very good discussion about who he was and all this political thing, and as Harel said, left, right, all goes mixed up, and I think is really irrelevant, because all that interested him is one thing: the security of the state of Israel, the well-being of the state of Israel, and the survival of the state of Israel. Was very concerned with the survival of it, and as Rabbi Bruchstein said, that what he believed could happen, and when the 7th of October happened, what everybody said, almost everyone in the country said, that it was unbelievable, right? That was the expression used, that it's unbelievable. He would not have said that. He would say it was very believable because that is what he expected would happen if we do not defend ourselves. And he also saw scenes during the War of Independence. He saw what happened to some of his fellow soldiers. So he certainly believed that such things could happen and did everything. A lot of planning, design to prevent that from ever happening. I think also about Judea and Shomron. He always said that without them, Tel Aviv would not survive. Certainly not Gaza or something, but certainly we could not live in Tel Aviv without Judea and Samaria, which overlook us and with direct fire targeted us during the 6-Day War. Now I want to correct something something that Marek said about the peace treaty with Egypt. It is not that he didn't want peace. He certainly was for the peace with Egypt, definitely. Only one thing bothered him, he told me. One thing he wanted to fix in the peace treaty, and that was that in the peace treaty, the people of Gaza, those that were in Sinai, were also forced to go back to the Israeli side of Gaza instead of being left in Sinai, in Egyptian control. So that demanded that they be moved, all the Palestinians be moved into Israeli territory. And that my father wanted to be fixed. And you can judge today if he was right or wrong. Now, about his scientific achievement, I was delighted here to see how this work is going on and on by you guys and the next generations, that the work is going on and new ideas, new development, constantly in motion. All this is flowing constantly, and I was delighted, as I'm not part of this this profession, delighted to see how much young people and other people are involved and how excited you all are and continuing this line of work. So I have nothing to add to you for that. I think that the contributions to the state and to the defense of the Colonel, I think you also heard. I just want to put it in one word. I think the word contribution is an understatement. I think in terms of defense of the country, it would be more accurate to say that things would be different. That means some things that we take for granted today might not have been without Yuval Ne'eman. I think that is the correct thing to say. And that, of course, is a very high achievement that, I mean, you can work on something and do your best, but not everybody can make the difference, as you say. Okay, I think that would be enough. I want to thank all those who arranged this great commemoration. Professor Eliezer Rabinovich, Professor Marek Karliner, Dr. Yaron Ben Chaim, Professor Moti Segev, Professor Aharon Chachnover, and probably more names that I am not familiar with or have missed. So I want to thank all of you in name of the family for commemorating the 100 years for Yuval. By the way, he was born May 14th, which coincides approximately with May 15th with the establishment, Independence Day, the day of the establishment of the State of Israel. So thank you very much.